Hey church, it is good to be with you tonight and welcome to our Holy Thursday 2021 presentation of the Last Supper. And tonight is a little bit different than it was last year or the year before. And I am just really glad that you are here. And I am joined by some guests who I will introduce in just a moment. So tonight, as we have worship together, maybe you had a chance to do drive-through communion at church. And if not, that's okay too. Tonight we gather as followers of Jesus and to be together as much as we can right now. You know, last year on Holy Thursday, it was one of our first virtual live features in the beginning of our COVID quarantine. And where we have come, for the days that you get frustrated, I think where we have come at this point from where we were a year ago right now is really, really incredible. So I encourage you to think through that and be grateful as we are here tonight. I want to also encourage you too, if you are watching right now and you have the ability to share this to your Facebook feed and help us encourage more people who are not able to be out at church tonight in any church capacity, that helps us a lot as well. And I want to encourage you to join in. We have a chat feature in the Facebook Live. And at this point, if you will just let us know you're there and say hello, peace be with you, church. I'm glad that you're here. You know, 17 years ago on Holy Thursday, on a different date, but on Holy Thursday, 17 years ago this week, a beautiful baby girl entered the world and I became a mom. And tonight I want to share this. I'm blessed to share this experience with her as well as others who have done a phenomenal job of putting together what I like to have as a scripted but not incredibly polished Last Supper. And this is all live. So this is happening in real time. And we have people in 14 different places, 15 different places. Thank you, Pastor Kevin, in the background running tech support for us. And then everyone else is in their own homes. And so you're going to get to see a recap of the Last Supper from the position of each disciple. With that, I want to introduce you to my daughter, Maddie, who tonight is Peter and will set the stage for us. Welcome to Holy Thursday.
Last night was unlike any other night. We didn't understand what was going on. Jesus had asked us all to meet in this upper room in the city. Reservation for 13, he had said. We would all be together for dinner. I was sitting there wondering if Judas was going to bother to show up because he had started hanging out with this new group of guys and we were all kind of suspicious of them. Thomas kept saying he doubted Judas would dare come to dinner, but sure enough, he was there. Some of us thought something exciting might be happening. Maybe Jesus had news for us. You could feel this energy in the room, this full of nervousness and wonder. I was the only married one there, and honestly, I was just glad to have a night out with my friends. Because Jesus meant so much to me, but that night something felt different. Something was off, and it was uncomfortable. Even as the wine was poured and I tried to relax, I couldn't. Jesus kept talking about this new covenant and being a servant and a master, and the scriptures being fulfilled. But honestly, my head was just spinning. Jesus even told us that one of us was going to betray him that very night. I was sitting there scared and puzzled, and one by one, we went around the room and asked him, Lord, is it going to be me?
We all start on the outside looking in. This is where grace begins. We were hungry, we were thirsty, with nothing left to give. All the shame that we were in. Just when all hope seemed lost, love opened the door for us, and he said, come to the table. Come join the sinners redeemed. Take your place beside the Savior. Sit down and be set free. Come to the table. Come meet this motley crew of misfits, these liars and these thieves. There's no one unwelcome here. But that sin and shame that you brought with you, you can leave it at the door and let mercy draw you near. He says, come to the table. Come join these sinners who have been redeemed. Take your place beside the Savior. Sit down and be set free. Come to the table. To the thief and to the doubter, to the hero and the coward, to the prisoner and the soldier, to the young and to the older, all who hunger, all who thirst, all the last and all the first, all the paupers and the princes, all who failed, you've been forgiven, all who dream and others suffer, all who loved and lost another, all the chained and all the free, all who follow, all who leave, and anyone who's been let down, all the lost you have been found, all who've been labeled right or wrong, to everyone who hears this song. Come to the table. Come join the sinners who have been redeemed. Take your place beside the Savior. Sit down and be set free. Come to the table. Oh, come to the table. Come to the table. Just sit down and rest a while. Just sit down and rest a while. Oh, come to the table.
Lord, is it I? I am Andrew, known to many as the friendly fisherman. What a happy day it was for me when I, such an ordinary man and not gifted, was chosen to be one of Jesus' disciples. I ran to my brother Simon Peter and told him that we had found the Messiah. Jesus asked my brother to follow him also. I brought the Greeks to Jesus. I brought the boy with the 5 loaves of bread and the 2 fish to Jesus. We fed the crowd of 5,000. And now Jesus has told us that one of us is to betray him. How could it possibly be? Could it be I, Lord? Is it I?
Truly, truly, I say to you, a servant is not greater than his master, nor is he who sent greater than he who sent him. If you know these things, blessed are you if you do them. Do not worry. Believe, believe in me and in God.
I do believe in you, Lord. My name is James. You should have seen how happy I was the day that Jesus chose me, along with my brother John, to be his follower. We were mending our fishing nets with our father Zebedee beside the Sea of Galilee when he called us. I am so sorry for the times that I suggested violence to Jesus as a way of solving problems. I was too ambitious and temperamental. But I learned from Jesus that God's way is always one of love. Now I worry for Jesus' safety. Surely my violent ways aren't returning, and it isn't I who will betray my Lord. Lord, is it I?
Love one another as I have loved you.
Lord, I do love you, and I love my neighbors as myself, as you have taught us. I am John. Jesus calls me his beloved disciple. He is full of more love and kindness than anyone I have ever imagined. Sometimes Jesus calls me the son of thunder because of my impatience with those who reject the Lord. I feel so much peace within my heart since I met Jesus. It isn't possible that my selfishness has returned and now I am the one who is betraying my master, is it? Is it I?
For a long time, I have been with you, yet you do not know me. Whoever has seen me has seen the Father.
Forgive me for my unclear vision, Lord. I am Philip. I'm the first disciple chosen by Jesus. He called me when I was listening to John the Baptist in Bethany. It surprised me so to be chosen, for I am a quiet and shy man. I do ask important questions of Jesus at the right times, though. I introduced Bartholomew to the Lord. My faith in God has become so strong since I have known him. I can say without question that I find everything in Jesus that I find in God. But how could any of us betray this man, the kindest man of all? Lord, is it I?
I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me.
You teach us so much, Lord. I am called Thomas. Some only know me as Doubting Thomas because I demand proof before I believe. But I am not a person of doubt. I am a person of daring. When Jesus' life was in danger at Bethany, where he visited Mary and Martha after Lazarus died, I am the one who said to the disciples, "Let us also go that we may die with him." I have great faith in Jesus and know that he brings people to God. His enemies cut God down to their own size. That isn't what I'm doing tonight, as Jesus has told us that one of us will betray him, is it? As I search within my heart, I ask, is it I?
It is one of the 12, one who is dipping bread in the same dish with me. For the Son of Man goes as it is written of him, but woe to that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It would have been better for that man if he had not been born.
Is it I, teacher?
So you say.
I am Judas Iscariot from Judea. I've been called a violent revolutionary because I wanted to overthrow the Roman rulers. The others think of me as impatient, stingy, and ambitious, yet surely they trust me because they made me treasurer of our group. What of it if I made a deal with the chief priests? And now I carry 30 pieces of silver that they gave me. Listen to me. I love Jesus. All I want to do is force the hand of Jesus and make him assert himself as the Messiah. Can you blame me for taking the affairs of God into my own hands? And now How could he know what I've done? Yet he acts as if he knows. Me betray my master? Is it I?
He who believes in me will do the works that I do. He will do even greater works, because I am going to the Father.
I am Bartholomew. Some call me Nathaniel. I was a fisherman and a disciple of John the Baptist when Philip told me of Jesus and asked me to follow him. When Jesus saw me, he said, "Behold, an Israelite indeed, in whom is no guile." It was as if he could look into my heart. I answered, "You are the King of Israel." I know this to be true. I have witnessed many kindnesses and miracles made possible by this holy man. We prepared a meal tonight that will have special significance for believers, and now we hear of a betrayer in our midst. Teacher, is it I?
You do not yet understand what I do for you.
My name is James the Lesser, but I am also called James, son of Alphaeus. I am called Lesser because I am smaller in size than the other man named James. I first saw the Master when I witnessed his baptism by John the Baptist at the Jordan River. It wasn't until 1 year later that Jesus chose me to be one of his disciples. I had been an adversary of Rome, but I believed in attacking the Romans by peaceful means. The Master taught me to work together with people I don't always agree with. And now, one of us in his inner circle is a traitor? Lord, it is I?
I have chosen you to go forth and bear much fruit.
I am Matthew, the tax collector. My life is proof that Christ can turn a hated man into a blessed gift of God, because my life has changed completely from my fellowship with Jesus. Can you imagine what it was like to have Christ walk into my place of business when I was collecting taxes and say, "Follow me"? I was shocked, and so was everyone else that I knew. I served Jesus in my home, even though the Pharisees complained about him eating with publicans and sinners. Jesus said to them, "Those who are well have no need for a physician, but those who are sinners need them." If I have listened to and loved this man since I was chosen to be one of his beloved followers, and can scarcely believe one of us is wicked enough to betray this good man, how could it be? Master, is it I?
Tonight, the scriptures will be fulfilled.
My name is Thaddeus. I am the son of James. I have always been a curious and questioning person. I asked Jesus why he had revealed himself to the 12 first. And he said that he only disclosed himself to the living and obedient hearts. He told us that we have authority over unclean spirits and the power to heal every kind of disease and infirmity. He told us to go forth and preach, to be as wise as serpents and as innocent as doves. We learn to trust deeply in the Lord. Who is it within us tonight who is no longer wise nor innocent? I despise even thinking it, but Lord, is it I?
All will know that you are my disciples by the love that you have for one another.
I am Simon the Zealot. I was a member of the Zealots when Jesus chose me to follow him. We were a group of fanatical Jewish patriots who advocated revolutionary tactics to overthrow the Romans. I learned from Jesus that greater things can be accomplished through love. After surrendering myself to God, I learned to not be afraid of Rome. I learned that God is almighty. He He is everlasting love. Who is it among us that doubts this so completely that he believes in power more than in love? Am I suspect? Is it I? Is it I?
You will all fall away, for it is written, I will strike the shepherd, and the sheep will be scattered. But after I am raised up, I will go before you to Galilee.
I will never betray you, Lord. Never.
Tonight, before the rooster crows twice, you will deny me 3 times.
If I must die with you, I will not deny you. I am Peter, Simon Peter. I am the brother of Andrew, a fisherman by trade. I became a disciple with Andrew when the master said, "Come to me, and I'll make you fishers of men." I was quick-tempered and impulsive, but after knowing Jesus, I have learned to become more tolerant. It was I whom Jesus told to put down my nets in the deep for a catch, and I witnessed the miracle of catching so many fish we had to summon help. I confessed Jesus as the Christ, the Son of the living God, and after that he called me the rock and said, "On this rock I will build my church." Could it possibly be I who betrayed my Lord tonight? How could this be possible, as much as I love him? Is it I, Lord? Is it I?
Take. This is my body. This is my blood of the covenant, which is poured out for many. Truly, I say to you, I shall not drink again of the fruit of the vine until that day when I drink it new in the kingdom of God.
And that was it. Dinner was over. We all left the upper room, but once we got to the garden, things got kind of crazy. Jesus asked John, James, and me to go a little further into the garden with him and pray. And we did. Well, we tried. We kept falling asleep, and Jesus kept waking us up. I remember one specific time he said, "The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak." But everything after that point is all a blur. What started as a nice evening with all of us together ended like this. The soldiers were taking Jesus. I don't know what's going to happen today, but I don't think it's going to be good.
Church, we want to thank you for joining us for Holy Thursday and this experience that is a little bit different than we're used to. We want to invite you tomorrow to join us for Good Friday worship that will be posted on demand starting at noon. And we're taking brunch orders through tomorrow morning, as well as Sunday. We hope to worship together, whether that is online or you join us in person starting at 11 o'clock at church. For more details, visit our website. But as we enter this Holy Weekend, our prayers are that it is meaningful and God-centered for all of us. We'll see you soon. Thank you, church.